Welcome to episode 7 of Pluripod. It's called The Gap. This is a no advertisement episode, and we're here with Victoria Givlin, Matt Waterworth, and Paarth Kelkar in studio to help us today. Is Manousos gonna die? Has Carol switched sides? Tune in, spoilers and reviews to come.
All right, so this episode, The Gap.
This
This was a weird one. Normally, I have listened to the official podcast. I haven't yet, so I don't have some tidbits to share. But they have said on a previous podcast that, you know, if you're not in film and television or you don't know, it's pretty common in film and TV to think of one page of script as 1 minute of on-screen time. Great. Most people know that. Fantastic. This show is very different. And I think they've mentioned it before that, you know, if you work in film and television and you see a script, oh, we're making an hour-long show, but why is the script only 36 pages? That's scary. That's just the kind of show this is. You know, Carol is alone a lot. Manousos is alone a lot. There's a lot that happens on screen where there's no dialogue, and dialogue takes up a big chunk of the page. So this episode must have been quite a short script, I imagine, because I found it, and I guess I'm getting into like my overall thoughts on it. I found it to be like really meditative, both for Manousos and Carol. Both of their journeys and experiences, while very different, were sort of like, wow, I'm going to sit here and watch a guy walking for 5 minutes, right? And I'm into it. Like that's that. So yeah, that was interesting. What do you think about this episode?
I agree. I mean, this is the second time that I've seen something this year where we watch someone or a group of people just endlessly going on one journey, and I'm still here for it. Like Stephen King's A Long Walk.
Okay,
Did you see that earlier this year? Incredible
that looks
movie.
cool. Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. And they're just endlessly walking until the last one can't walk anymore, and then the last person wins.
Oh, that's what it's like a
They're dying.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so it becomes like a political thing, and like they can win whatever their heart desires as long as they're the last person standing.
Whoa.
Whatever they want, they will win.
Oh wow, that sounds dope.
Yeah.
When did you write that book? Is that like
Oh, I think it's a little older.
It's older? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm surprised I haven't heard of that one. That's cool.
but it's very cool.
Have
Yeah.
you seen since now have you seen Wake Up Dead Man?
No.
Have you seen the Knives Out movies?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the third Knives Out movie.
Okay.
And it is so good. Like maybe better than Knives Out. Definitely better than Glass Onion. But it is nearly as good as Knives Out, and oh man, it's fantastic. Check it out.
Okay.
Recommendation.
Check it out. Let us know if you watch it.
So yeah, I guess let's dive into the episode. How did this episode start?
Episode starts with Carol leaving Vegas.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So she's leaving, and then she calls, and so she gets to the gas station, and she calls. She's asking for the gas to get started, and then she calls and asks for her Gatorade, and she wants it ice cold.
Right. And I've heard online, some people are getting really frustrated with hearing this outgoing message.
Yes.
Over and over again, and I am one of them.
Our space.
What's that?
We just made our space, Carol.
And so I'm surprised that at some point Carol doesn't say, I need you to shorten this outgoing message to just like leave your message or something like that. But if we fast forward to the end of this episode, it seems like we've probably heard it for the last time, given how it wraps up. But she's coming off of this rejection from oh my goodness, Koumba, yeah. Even though he did it very kindly, so she seems mad. She's but also like self-righteous and like, and I think I'm right about this. Another sort of overall thought, I think that this is a turning point. The last episode was a big turning point, and now Carol is really sitting in. This is how it is. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Carol is celebrating this episode, her newfound freedom, and realizing. And I'll talk a little bit more about this later because I was listening to another podcast and I think that might have changed. But Carol's idea of being free and that they can't change her opinion or change her to the hive mind without her consent, and she's not going to consent. So she's very pleased for that. But it's interesting too that she asks for the ice cold Gatorade, and then they give her the Gatorade and she complains and she says, I said not lukewarm,
Yeah.
not room temperature, I said ice cold. And then they bring it back for her, and then she finds these fireworks that are labeled happy fireworks, gets the fireworks for herself. But so in the podcast that I was listening to on the way over here, we learned, Kate, earlier that they will not inflict any violence even when it comes to plants. So they won't pick a fruit off of a tree because that would hurt the tree.
Right.
But if it falls off the tree, then they'll take it.
It's a windfall.
It is. But remember, Carol said in like episode 2 that she had her eggs frozen.
I've heard this theory as
Yeah.
well. Yes, go on.
So Helen's memories are in the hive, so they would know where Carol's eggs are. And if we're theoretically saying that the eggs are similar to the apple that's fallen from the tree.
Yeah. This is a scary theory.
Right?
So yeah. So meaning that the others could theoretically take her stem cells out of these frozen eggs and consume Carol without her permission.
Yeah, so I mean they could, but they need the consent to remove the stem cells, and then they would have to give her something, right?
Presumably, yes.
To then have her be infected or consumed by this hive mind.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is whether or not they would ask her for her consent then, but they didn't ask for any of the other Earth people's consent when they first came down.
True point. Yeah, and a lot of people have died, and they've said, well, that's regrettable. That's part of the process. But yeah, so further to this theory's point, yeah, like when the security guard gets the kiss in the first episode, there's no pain necessarily as part of that, but he never consented to becoming part of it. So yeah, I think this theory is sound, and I think unfortunately it might happen. And I hate knowing what's going to happen in a show before it happens, but I think this is a pretty solid theory because it doesn't contravene any of their self-imposed rules, and it also seems like Zosha and Carol are jumping to the end are back together, and Zosha presumably is going to want Carol to be part of.
Of course.
Yeah. So I hope that's not going to happen, or I hope there's going to be some other twist to it, but I think it's a very solid theory for sure.
Yep. Yeah, she's lighting off fireworks. She's singing a lot. She's showing her declaration for how she is a lone wolf. She's literally singing with the wolves that are nearby. Right? And
fun musical episode this one.
Right? Yeah, and all the music that's hinting like, I'm all right, sort of thing. Then she sees the bison on the golf court, which is kind of funny.
It was so great.
You know?
Yeah.
I was watching with Marlo, and he's like, oh my gosh, this would be like ideal. All the golf courses are available. You don't have to wait for anyone.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm sure they'd maintain it if they asked you to.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So he thought that was awesome.
We got to ping the Caddyshack reference there. That song is
Yes, and the golf course, of course. Yeah. So she gives up the cop car because it's not working, and then she switches to a Rolls Royce.
Yes, she upgrades, and rightly so. I like how she brought the shotgun with her, though. The shotgun in the...
Yes. Yeah, and the just married thing, but the contrast again with how alone she is.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And then she's saying it's getting hot in here, and she's in the sauna.
Yeah.
She's just enjoying. She seems to be living her best life.
Yeah.
She believes she's free.
For sure. Every time I see like a new like Albuquerque landmark, I assume that like Vince and like many of the cast and crew have like visited these places and like perused the offerings, and I'm sure that the hot springs were one of them. And now all these cool things are making it into the show, into not Breaking Bad, but this show. Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing all the fun things that you would do if you had no repercussions for anything. She's
Right,
hitting
yeah.
the golf ball into the business buildings in the parking lot. She goes to the art museums.
Yes.
So this is interesting symbolically. Like
Yeah.
she changes the George O'Keeffe print that she has in her house with the real George O'Keeffe painting.
So great.
So in the podcast I was listening to, it was explaining how that painting, that type of flower is poisonous.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
And how it's very like symbiotic in nature.
Okay, cool. And also like Manousos has been poisoned, I believe, by these spikes.
Yes, so that
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a crazy scene.
Interesting.
When
Yeah, we'll get there, but interesting, maybe parallel or bookend there. Yeah.
that's a good point. Yeah. So, I mean, she says to the hive mind or them, she's like, I want to have a fancy dinner.
Yes.
I want to eat where Helen and I had our anniversary. And she labels all these different dishes that she's had over her lifespan that she really
She's
enjoyed.
going to enjoy it now.
Yeah.
And she's going to. She didn't even say the restaurant name. She's like, the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I told you not to know this stuff or talk about this stuff, but now I'm going to instruct you to. So she's obviously like letting that go now as well. Very interesting. Yeah. What a cool restaurant. I should have done some research, but like that the city in the background is like, what a beautiful shot. What a beautiful place to eat. I want to go there. I want to go to there, in the words of Liz Lemon.
Well, maybe we should take a trip.
Let's. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man. What
Pluripod goes to the
that'd be so
restaurant.
wicked. The United States is also still scaring me, even though I just drove in there. But yeah, that would be great. Yeah, maybe season 2.
Yeah.
Which we didn't even mention. Season 2 has been announced. It's a go.
Oh, amazing.
So little detour right here. As far as I know, I've just seen conversation. I haven't read an actual article about it, but it's been greenlit for season 2, but they're only going into the writer's room now.
Okay.
So it's probably like maybe 2 years before we get season 2. So
okay,
hopefully we'll be back in the studio for
we'll
right
have
here.
to do something else.
Or maybe we'll be in an even better studio as I keep building this space.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm loving the blue color in the back.
Me too. Yeah, and your dress is like a good choice. Yeah, it's smart. This was a very blue episode, right? There was a lot of blue in this episode.
It was.
Like, yeah, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're all good. We play the piano. I Could Never Live Without You by My Side is playing. And then we see our friend Manousos, and he's got the gas can.
Right. So now we're switching over to South America.
Yeah.
And is he right away? Do we meet him? Oh yeah, we meet him when he's already out of gas. He's already trying to go get gas now. Is that okay? Cool. So he's climbing up the hill.
Yeah, he's climbing up the hill, and they drive past, and they say, "Hey, we can give you water, we can give you gas," and he refuses. And they're like, "Well, it's similar to what they did with Carol when she was digging Helen's grave." They're like, "There's a really nice impasse up there if you want to take a break, because
breathtaking view.
Yeah, you drop your hydration levels 5%, you're gonna have headaches. We're worried about you."
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, we'll leave you to it. If you need anything, just let us know."
Just wave at the sky.
Yeah. Wave at the sky.
Yeah, still using those Predator drones.
Yep. So he siphons gas from another car that he finds, and then we see again that he leaves cash.
I know,
on
that's
the car.
right. This is very cute. He obviously refuses to believe that this is a permanent thing. This is not how the world is going to stay, and he's going to make sure that his debts are paid when it comes back.
Well, we learn he's a very religious man.
This is true,
right?
Yeah.
So he's very much about balancing the scales, and he doesn't, even with his clients that he'd taken some of their stuff in before, he's like, "I will balance this, I will fix this." So he's still thinking that one day these people will come back and realize there's no gas in their car, and then they'll be thanking whomever for the money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a very stoic principle too. I've been diving into stoicism the last couple of years, and it's like it's the just thing to do, right? Like you said, balancing the scales. But unfortunately, I don't think those people are going to return to their individual lives to receive these. No, I really don't. Not after last episode. Last episode for me was the turning point where it's like, oh, this is the new normal. Like, this is how it's going to be. I think like there's definitely room for some interesting opportunities. Like, could someone be pulled out of the hive?
Yeah.
Could we get an individual out? Maybe that can happen. But I don't know. I don't think it's ever going back to humanity the way we live it today. So
it's kind of like The Walking Dead. That's the reality.
Yeah.
This is what's happening.
So yeah.
So we learn that he's trying to teach himself English.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. He's doing these great
the
English on tape. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny, he's learning Yellow Door and the car won't start.
Yeah.
He's having a hard time doing that. Monday is today. Tuesday is tomorrow. Monday's today. And he's hand tracking how he's following his track, right?
It's a very
won't
cool
get the GPS or any other help. So
yeah,
that's kind of fun.
It's a very cool way of tracking the the journey
Yeah.
on the map.
He says the world is big, so we're following him doing this trek. It takes quite some time. And how he's saying the world is big and he's catching rainwater to drink water from his car and he's
Yeah.
sleeping in it. He's very diligent though. Like he takes care of himself. He cuts his hair. He shaves.
Yeah.
He brushes his teeth.
For sure, yeah.
He's always doing that and taking care of himself.
He's like a monk.
He is.
Yeah.
He's sleeping in churches.
Yeah, that's right too.
Right. He's like he's got whatever's dangling, like the little religious piece on his
maybe a saint of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's looking at it quite a lot. The girl saved the mouse from the trap was what he kept saying. So
Yes.
that was interesting. I'm
Yeah.
wondering if he's seen Carol as the girl.
Yeah, I mean, obviously those phrases are chosen intentionally.
It's the same with the songs.
Yes, of course. Yeah. But he's also putting together the final phrase he's trying to be able to say to Carol when he meets her, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, what does he say? Something like, my name is, does he say his name? I don't know. He basically says, I'm here to save the world. I want to save the world. So
yeah. My name is Manousos. I'm not one of them. I wish to save the world.
Right. Nice. Yeah. So that's, I didn't even think of it until you just said it, but the saving the mouse from the trap is where he gets that word. He's picking out all these words and building his own sentence, which is super cool and a great way to forward the montage. It's like I said, it's dicey. It's kind of boring, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a long, boring travel montage. But there are lots of ways that they've made it very interesting.
It's very pretty.
I wonder how long it actually is.
Yeah.
Like it must have been in the realm of 20 minutes. There with a few things breaking it up, like the conversation with the others a little bit, but it's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And then so he gets to the impasse where he's at the tropical rainforest.
Yeah.
And then they approach him and they say, this is very dangerous. There's a type of palm tree that has really long spikes that is poisonous, that could lead to a bacteria that could really hurt you.
Yeah.
And there's snakes and poisonous, everything that you could think of. And we know how much you care about your car. We'll fly your car out. We'll fly you out. We'll get you to Carol Sturka tonight if that's what you want.
Yep.
And he refuses and he lights his car on fire and he says, like, nothing here is yours. This is all stolen.
Yes.
You don't get to say that you're going to help me because it's not yours.
Yep.
It's ours. It's mine.
Yeah.
This planet is yours. Nothing on this planet is yours. You cannot give me anything because you stole it. You don't belong here.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still wondering about his radio, but that was a pretty intense, like, I wonder how you just made me think, like, how does he know what he knows? Because he seems to have been completely cut off. He may just be assuming, and he's assuming correctly, that this is an entity that is not from this planet.
I'm wondering if he has some sort of like military experience.
Maybe, yeah.
Because he seems very diligent.
Yes, yeah.
Very,
that would make sense.
Need very little to survive.
Yeah.
Huge stamina and like resilience to being overthrown.
Yeah.
Right? Like down with the man sort of thing.
For sure, yeah.
So it knows, I mean, he's got car knowledge. We can assume he's a mechanic of some type. But
that's true, yeah.
Maybe
which is a military thing. Like, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, then he starts this chant while he's going through the forest of my name is Manousos.
Yeah.
I am not one of them. I wish to save the world over and over again, using his machete and cutting through the forest.
Yeah.
What gorgeous scenes.
Incredible.
So pretty.
Here's what I don't get. And I should have done my research. I ran out of time. But can't you drive from Panama to the US? Like, do you need to go through a jungle to...
This is a good question. I'm not sure. I heard on the other podcast that I was listening to on the way over here that it's actually pretty common for like people trying to sneak in, that they will take this.
Okay.
But it takes about a week on foot.
Right.
If you manage to do it. But
because the others say, like, look at all the stuff that people have left behind here, like this, like you're out of...
Because they could go no further.
Right.
They passed away there. That means wherever they were, whatever had happened, they're showing them that the danger's all around.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And like, it's true. He's cutting through all these things and like one snake bite, like you're in the rainforest.
Sure. It's over. Yeah.
And he rolled his ankle a couple times and I was like, okay, like, is he going to be able to walk? No, he kept soldering through.
Yeah. One thing that we've talked a lot about throughout our episodes of when we're talking about the show is cults, fanaticism, zealots, like, and that is how Manousos is behaving as well, just from the perspective of like wanting to save humanity. Like this level of commitment is fanatical, right? Not not accepting an ounce of help, a drop of water, from an organization that, not an organization, but like from the others, who he must know could kill him at any time. If they wanted him dead, wouldn't they just kill him? Like what? Like why is he so steadfast in his opinion of taking nothing from them? He's not going to have a choice at the end of this episode. But
Well, I believe he's like such a religious person.
you think it's the religious
I
side?
think it's the religion.
Okay.
I think that what the others have taken is what God had granted us, what Jesus died on the cross for. We have free will.
Right.
You have taken our free will.
Oh.
So he's kind of like the superhero that like, I'm going to bring this back. I'm going to fix it.
Interesting.
Sort of thing. But if he takes their help, then he's accepting like the dark forces, right? So he's like, absolutely not.
I think that's a really good point. Interesting. Yeah. Well put.
I think he's a very, very religious man.
Yeah.
So then he trips and he falls and he lands on that deadly bomb.
So he's going through this jungle, and these trees are these are a real thing. I didn't know this was a real thing.
I googled it. I was thinking as the cameraman too, because they're everywhere.
Hopefully those were fake. But these are real trees.
These are real trees, and even the bacteria, they weren't lying.
Yeah.
If you get pricked on that, like it can seriously injure or even kill a human.
What an evolutionary,
even through it.
Yeah. And he's pretty chill about it. And then the way they did it, the way he loses his balance and like tries to grasp at that vine to stop himself. Oh,
superb acting again.
Fantastic.
Like and as soon as it stabbed him, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And I audibly gasped.
Yeah.
And then this man, again, just to show you how intense he is, right? Like he knows how painful this is. Then he's making a fire for himself. He heats up his machete and he cauterizes every one of those. God. Ow.
Hard to watch.
Brutal.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
That machete, like so blazing hot.
Yeah.
It was white hot. Yeah.
That's how you cauterize a wound. He knows. Again, military kind of tells us that.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Or at least I wasn't in the military, but like I was in scouts, and you learn these sorts of skills.
You're right, though. From automotive to radio to medical, he has a level of skill that is, he must have a background.
Some sort of training.
Yeah.
And that would lead me to think that it would be something in the army.
Yeah.
But
instead he just works at a storage unit.
Yeah. I mean, even Bob Ross was in the army and then he quit because he just wanted to create worlds that he could create that weren't full of what would trigger his PTSD.
Violence, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Interesting.
So, but then even with the cauterizing and everything, he gets up the next day and he stumbles around and he becomes overwhelmed by the poison and he passes out. And then we see the helicopter come up above him.
And someone like rappelling down off of the helicopter, which was I super called that. Like I assumed it was going to be a helicopter. I was hoping it'd be something even better, like some kind of like military, teleportation thing that we didn't know about that the CIA has been hanging on to. But anyway, no, it was, yeah. If I'm the others, I'm like, man, we told you. Like now we got to fix you. We told you not to do this.
It brings up the question too, though, about consent. Because he's been saying no the whole time.
Yep.
So if you're like unconscious, Rilo and I had this discussion about like the DNR, like do not resuscitate.
Yes.
If I've told you, again, religiously, because that is usually a religious belief, that I do not want to be resuscitated, then it is a horrible ethical thing to do it anyway.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's true. But on the other side, it's a horrible ethical thing to let someone die when you can prevent them from dying.
Oh, for sure.
It's one of those tough moral quandaries.
It's just one of those, like, if he didn't want their help so much to the point that he was willing to die for it, would you respect it?
Yeah.
It seems like no.
No, and I think he's going to be pissed, probably. Yeah. It's going to be his response, like, you should have let me die, is maybe what he will say. We'll see.
He would have gone back to his God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then do we go back to Carol?
Yep, then we go back to Carol. We're at 48 days now. Oh, so this has been like 15 days, 20 days since Manousos passed out.
Yeah.
We don't see him again for this episode.
I was going to say, I remember when he started his journey, I was like, it's going to be a while for him to get for like I drove from Calgary to New York, and it took 4 days to do that. And now he's gonna have a little medical pit stop. But
that trek for him was like 2 weeks.
yeah,
And then, his medical pit stop. So we see, like, at the end of the last episode, Koumba said, "You need a change of heart, Carol." And she said, "Fuck him." And now we see over time, she's living her best life. She's been doing all the fun things. She's like hitting the golf through the building. And that was a cool shot, by the way.
so cool.
Like the golf ball going through the building and like seeing that was so cool.
I literally imagined like the art department crew members replacing those windows with new windows, and probably going like, why do I have to do this? But unfortunately, I imagine that was an effects shot. But I want to believe that they really did that.
We'll have to take a look.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be very cool. But yeah, so then they're playing like "You Got Another Thing Coming." So that's interesting,
Right.
because it's always about that. So then she's lighting a ring of fireworks and drinking beer, because that's what she seems to be is her favorite pastime.
Out in her cul-de-sac.
Sitting there, and I mean, as far as you can tell, she's lost her will to live too.
Yeah.
Because the firework, the one at the end, jumps to fire toward her, and she doesn't even move.
Yeah.
She doesn't even make an expression. It just fires right past her face.
Yeah.
Blows up her own house in the back.
Was it her house?
I think it was hers.
Oh, maybe it was.
Because then she starts going to the home repair store.
Right.
And starts like looking at things to look at, but she just starts first with getting the paint.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And then I was like, what is she painting?
Yeah. And then they don't show us. They cut away before they show us.
Until the very, very end.
Until the end. Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't see what it says, but then we see that she's done. She's standing there kind of triumphantly. And then Zosha shows up.
Yeah.
And she runs to Zosha. She's crying. She breaks down. And then we see that she had a change of heart. And she wrote in the paint, "Come back."
Yeah. Yeah. And they have this beautiful hug, and Carol's in tears. And let's go back to that moment where the firework falls over and points at her.
Yep.
And she has this moment of like I care.
Yep.
What did you think of that moment?
Well, I think we've learned with her going to Koumba that as much as she is a bit of a pessimist in general, she still does really like people. Like she likes her own people, certain people, but she's lonely.
Yeah.
And, if we're at 48 days now, that the only person that she's really talked to is Koumba, and Koumba's made it clear that he doesn't really want to talk or really be around her too much. So, I mean, that's isolating. We're watching the journey of how long could you go doing this without reaching out for some companionship.
Right.
And I think she lasted a good long time. And then you're like, oh, well, could I relate to Carol? Would I be reaching out for help, sort of thing like that? And then, or would you be more like Manousos?
Right.
He's like, no, down with it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think Manousos is going to be pissed for seeing that he's back to life when we see him again.
Yeah.
And he's also going to be furious about Carol because he saw Carol's video and he drove all that way, or he went through that trek. And then I think he's going to see Carol and he's going to realize that like she's changed her mind. But I mean, if he had some way to contact her before, maybe this might not have happened.
Yeah.
But he would have needed her help, their help. And he wasn't willing to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless he has a change of heart. I mean, that's the other thing. He could be looking at this near death experience as he could see it as some sort of revelation moment, right? Some sort of change. But I think I wanted to ask you, what was your favorite, like what would you give the award for best moment of this episode to?
Probably Manousos when he fell and got stabbed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was like just the action sequence of this happening.
Yeah.
Watching it like that trip, that trying to grab the piece and like getting those pieces in his back. Like I could feel it. Like it was so bad.
Yeah. There's a real roller coaster, like watching him weave his way through them and kind of look at them. Yeah, that's a good moment. I think my favorite moment though is when Carol goes and has dinner by herself.
That was a really good shot.
It was just like, because this is the moment that like she can finally enjoy some of the upside
Yeah.
of what this whole thing is, right?
Yeah.
Like remember when she's trying to bury Helen and they fly in the excavator. It's like, yeah, all of this sucks. I get it. But it exists, and you may as well enjoy some of the positive things that can come with it. And
Yeah, she's taking some out of Koumba's book.
exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
if this is going to happen, then you are my pawns,
Mm-hmm.
and I will order you how I see fit.
Right. Yeah.
And I will live my best life. And that dress she wore, very nice. Like at the dinner,
I
when
know,
she
she
showed
looked
up,
amazing.
it's like, wow,
Incredible. Yeah.
yeah, amazing.
I want to see her do like her female James Bond, like
Yeah,
the thing that Koumba's doing.
gender swapped,
Yeah.
James Bond.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, a female with an eye patch.
That's right.
Yeah, French men all around them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. She should go for it.
She should.
Although I don't know if
Or she's a lesbian. So
right.
I mean,
but yeah.
I'm not sure.
You don't know.
Bisexual. We're not sure. Yeah.
Maybe both. So anyway, I think that's our episode.
That is our episode.
Yeah.
Or Manousos could be getting better, could be feeling angry, and then come see Carol, and maybe he could revert Carol back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or is Carol like in love with Zosha?
Right. Yeah.
And
I mean, I don't know if that's the case or not. There's something to be said for the amount of time that passed.
Mm-hmm.
Being alone for that long
Mm-hmm.
is we're not built for that, right? Like that's not
and not really any entertainment. Like there's no regular scheduled TV anymore. She's already spent so much time watching the Golden Girls.
Watched all the Golden Girls
watch
TV.
the rerun she wants to watch.
Yeah.
She's done the activities, the museums, the fireworks, the restaurants.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if she like asked for them to do like a sports game or something.
Yeah.
But she doesn't seem very interested in that. But yeah, how long can you go without any sort of real human connection before you just give in and do it?
For sure. We have 2 episodes left this season. And certainly the Manousos element could completely blow my whole theory up that this is where we're gonna maybe Manousos gets to Carol and together they decide we got to fight this as a team. But I don't know. I don't think that's gonna be the case.
Based on her reaction to a complete change of heart to calling Zosha back.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore.
No, she's relaxing into the reality of it all, I think.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It'll be very interesting to see the moment that Manousos and Carol finally meet. So.
Yep. And how angry this man is.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. All right. Well, we have a special guest on the crew today.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to thank Paarth Kelkar for editing. Go to Acam. Nice. Look at that. Human editor.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, Paarth.
Yeah.
Thanks to you, Victoria.
Thank you.
I'm Matt Waterworth.
Victoria Gibbon.
Have a great day.